everybody. Today we're going to try the heat transfer method, which I've only done one time before, but I really liked it and I'm going to do it again. So the way this works is you mix your lye water and you pour it very carefully over all of your hard butters and oils. And that hot lye water will then melt down those oils and butters, the hard oils and butters. I actually need my bigger spoon for this job. So you just stir it and let it melt down all those hard butters and oils. And today I'm going to be making an apple crisp soap. It'll be the second of my fall soaps for this year. And I'm going to add in colloidal oatmeal to this batch as well. I think it'll be a nice addition. So this takes a little time, just kind of melting these down, but in the process, it also cools your lye water, bringing it down to a more suitable temp for soaping. And the smaller chunks that you make your hard butters and oils, the quicker they will melt in there. So if you're using like hard butters like cocoa butter and stuff, you're going to want to make sure that's in pretty small pieces so it can melt down properly. Sorry, I still have the sniffles. I'm coming down off of being sick with bronchitis. And it's affected my breathing, of course. All right, she's melting down pretty good. As it melts, I just kind of start breaking it down into smaller chunks. You just have to be a little more careful with this. I do definitely recommend you wear gloves. I don't wear gloves because I have a medical condition that keeps me from wearing gloves. I have severe allodynia that keeps me from being able to wear gloves, but I do suggest you wear safety equipment I do wear goggles, of course, every single time. All right, we're getting there. She's softening up. So you're going to want to pour your lye water in over your hard oils as soon as you mix it. You don't want it to cool down because then it's not going to melt your hard butters and oils. And yeah, this takes a little time, but you still get to soap quicker than if you were letting your lye liquid cool down and we're adding it to all liquefied butters. So you're still going to save time by doing it this way. I also go ahead and pre-measure out all of my liquid oils as well, so I can just pour them in. Like I said, this is only my second go at doing this. I think it's my second. So I'm still learning this too. So if I make any mistakes, maybe you and I both can learn from it. But it seems to be going smoothly thus far. I probably could have cut my hard oils into a little bit smaller pieces. They probably would have melted a little bit quicker. But they're still breaking up good. Melting down. We're just about there. Let's measure and see where we're at. With temp. See, we're already down to 106. So that does cool it down pretty quickly, which is pretty rad because I like to soap cooler. That's what kept me from doing this for the longest time, because I was assuming that you would have to soap really hot, because I was thinking that the lye water would not cool so much with being added to the butters like this, but it really does cool it down dramatically pretty quickly. And we're just about there. And I've even seen soapers that if they have any stubborn chunks, they'll take the stick blender to it really quick to get those chunks broke up. So I'm just going to give it a super quick hit with the stick blender. So it looks like we've got it all melted down in there now. I don't see any chunks floating back up. I'll give it a second just to make sure. And then we'll get to it with the rest. Yeah, I don't see any chunks coming up, so I think we're good to go at this point. So now we're going to add our liquid oils in. This is the castor and sweet almond. And then we have our olive, all pre-measured. And I'm going to reuse these for my colors because why dirty other things when you don't need to? Okay. Okay, we've got it to emulsion, so what I want to do now is add in some colloidal oatmeal. I'm going to mix it good. I'm going to put my fragrance oils together in here. That fragrance is Apple Crisp by Nature's Garden. And I'm not going to pour it in yet because I want to separate out these colors first. Because I don't know how quickly it's going to move. We're doing green and gold, and then a lighter green, and then in the last bucket we're going to have white. So I'm going to put our white in there. And I'm actually going to put green and a little bit of titanium dioxide in for our lightest green. Okay. So here's our white. Go. Some fragrance. Man, that smells good. It smells like apple crisp, fresh out the oven. And green always turns funky. Until day 2. So we know it's going to look a little weird. I'm going to stir a little by hand as well, and I think I'm going to add a little bit more titanium dioxide to it. I need to get my gold in here. Stir this a little by hand, and I'm going to get moving with it because it is thickening quickly. Okay. Molds out here. We'll start with a little bit of the lighter green. Give that a little stirry stir. Some white. Some gold. And that Lannister gold, it even shows shimmer in the finished soap. It looks so neat. This green is pretty close to the other one, but I did add quite a bit of titanium dioxide into it, so I am still confident there's going to be a difference in the color once it dries. I don't want to take the time to try to lighten that other one anymore because I don't want this to get too thick on me. Okay, now I need to add, or not add, I'm sorry, I need to give it a swirl. I know, I'm making a mess, guys. I know. Nothing new around here. Okay. Guys, I'm, you know, just kind of flying by the seat of my pants here. The norm. What I'm going to do now is I need to make a little bit of drizzle with my Lannister. So I'm going to just use a little bit of Lannister Gold. This is by Muddy Soap Co. It is freaking fabulous. And I'm just going to add a little tiny bit of olive oil to it to make a drizzle. And we're going to drizzle that over before we do our swirling to give that a nice gold pop on top. All right, let's give it a good stir. So see, that's just Lannister Gold, mica, and oil. And I'm going to drizzle a couple lines of it through both, because I really want to see that in the swirl. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh yes, perfection. Yes, 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 yes. Perfect. And then I want to put some oats just down the edge. Because it's apple crisp, you have to have the oats. I think I could get used to that heat transfer method. Okay, now we're just going to give this 24 hours to set up. I'm going to clean up here and I'll bring you back tomorrow for the cut. All right, it's day 2 and we're back to cut. Because of the oats that are on top, I'm going to cut this on its side so we don't get drag marks from the oats. Okay. You definitely can't tell much difference between the two greens. You can see that it's a little darker. This is a little lighter. So it does have a little bit of variation. Not a whole lot, but I'm okay with that. It's still very pretty. It's actually a really elegant looking soap. And that sparkly top. Super pretty. And with the colloidal oatmeal in this, it's going to be a really fabulous bar. All right, I'm going to grab the rest of these out and we're going to cut the second loaf. Oh, this is a pretty one. I like that one with a lot of that pretty sparkly. I wish you could see the sparkle that's actually in the inside of the soap. It's hard to find a mica that maintains a sparkliness in the soap. It usually dulls out. But this Lannister Gold, darn it, I wish you guys could see the sparkle in it. It sparkles even inside the soap batter. All right, let's get loaf number 2. Flip it on its side. Give it a slice. Let's see what we've got in the middle of this one. This one has a bit more white. Oh, pretty. I'm very pleased with the colors. I had trouble picking the colors, and in my mind things kept changing for the apple crisp. I thought of a red and a green, but then I thought no, because that looks like Christmas, and I didn't want it to look Christmassy. So I think we actually knocked this one out of the park. I want to thank you all for watching. Please give us a like, a share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.